what's up? It's Tess, and today I'm going to show you guys how to make a typical Costa Rican breakfast. So the first thing you have to do is make coffee, because if you know anything about Costa Rica, you know that coffee is like amazing here. So I am making coffee using the traditional coffee maker, I guess you could call it, but it's basically just this little coffee stand and a little cotton bag, and you put 2 scoops of coffee for each cup, and then you just run hot water through the bag, and it's like the easiest, most simple way to make coffee. And I don't even drink caffeinated coffee, I drink decaf coffee, so I'm definitely drinking it for the taste. It's just so good, so that's definitely an essential. So next I'm making homemade tortillas, and obviously you can just go to the store and buy tortillas, but I just learned how to make homemade ones, and they're so much better than the store-bought ones, so I figured I would make them, and it's so easy. You just take corn flour and some water, mix it together until you get the right consistency. It should be basically like a doughy consistency, and then you just roll it up in your hands and then slap it onto a piece of plastic, and then you start with your palm and press it down, and then you move on to your fingers and press it all the way down, and keep your other hand on the side of the tortilla the whole time to make sure that you're making it a perfect circle. And then you can flip it over, do it on the other side, and then it's basically ready to be cooked in a pan. And you just want to use a little bit of oil, so I put some oil on a napkin and then rub that on the pan, because you don't want to overdo it. It doesn't need that much oil. And then you basically just cook it on both sides, and you know when it's finished when it gets a little air bubble in it. And sometimes the air bubble doesn't happen, which means like you didn't really do it right. So the air bubble should happen, and that will tell you that you made it correctly. So next we're gonna make gallo pinto, which is rice and beans, and this is basically the base of every typical breakfast in Costa Rica. So it's really important, and it's basically just taking rice, beans, adding a little bit extra flavor, mixing it all up, and it tastes amazing. So first, I already have my pre-cooked rice and beans. I actually made them the night before because they do take kind of a long time to make. But for the rice, I ended up adding some onion and some garlic to give it a little bit of extra flavor. And when I cooked the beans, I added some cilantro, garlic, and fresh oregano. So those are already seasoned and cooked, and now we just need a red pepper, an onion, and a little bit of cilantro. So first, I'm gonna take the onion and the red pepper and cut it up super small, and once it's all chopped up, I'm gonna throw it into a pan with some hot oil and cook that up a little bit. And then once it's ready, I'm gonna add in some rice and then mix that up. And after a minute or so, I'm ready to add in my beans. And for the final touch, I'm just going to chop up a little bit of cilantro, super small, and then add it into the rice and beans after it's already done cooking. So you don't want to cook the cilantro at all, you just want to add it in as like a final touch. And another thing you can do is add in a little bit of Lozano sauce, which is like the sauce of Costa Rica. It's so good. I actually decided to add it at the very end, but you can also add it when you're cooking it, but that's pretty much it for the gallo pinto. So next I'm gonna be cooking up some sweet plantains, and this is one of my favorite things on the plate. It's so good and so easy. You basically just slice up a plantain and throw it in a pan and wait until both sides get pretty cooked. You want it to be like super soft. And the plantain I used wasn't that ripe. It's better to use a plantain that's a little bit more ripe because it's a little bit sweeter, but they still worked out, and that's basically all you have to do. Next, I'm just making some plain scrambled eggs, and you can make the eggs any way you want. I think the most typical way to make it in Costa Rica would probably just be a fried egg, but I like scrambled, so I'm just whipping up some eggs. And lastly, to add to the plate, I'm just gonna cut a piece of fresh cheese, and that is basically it. That is a typical Costa Rican breakfast, and it is so delicious. It's so good. I eat it like all the time, probably way more than I should because it's a lot of food. But that's gonna be it for my video today, guys. Thank you so much for watching. If you haven't already, definitely subscribe to my channel. I would really appreciate it. And I think I'm gonna start getting on a schedule soon. I wanna post a video every single Friday, and I'm gonna aim to do more than one video per week. So there might be like random videos on other days of the week, but I'm gonna try to post at least one video every single Friday. So look out for a video this coming Friday. And yeah, thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in my next one. Bye!